mates? Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. This is a gold position that I'm currently in, and I want us to really have a look. I did take my position with this candle over here before the rejection. This is where I got my initial position, but we did have that rejection, and currently, yeah, with how the prior candle has actually closed, somehow we might be expecting a lower. Currently, I'm in drawdown with my stops above this level, but yeah, quick one how I did see these prices. So this is the weekly time frame, and from the weekly time frame, what you can observe is we have been in a bearish trend. This one, we had this massive drop going lower. We also have a bearish fair value gap that is within this level over here, and price has been pushing higher, but you can see that the displacement going above isn't really that nice. We are not forming displacement fair value gaps. We're not forming anything to give us bullish momentum. But what we have is we have a sweeps of liquidities, and the market has been dropping. Then we dropped later on. I think we have a small fair value gap that is being currently respected here, but also we are seeing something else with this current price deck is that with this candle, which was a bullish engulfing bar, we're seeing that this candle is low, which is the previous week's low, as labeled onto the right there, and also we have this previous week's high that currently we have seen the market sweeping it. With that sweep also, want to identify from the daily time frame what do we really have, because I've already identified if we're gonna be bearish, then my target will be this previous week's low. But from the daily also, we can notice that we've been having this massive drop, and this massive drop, we had a retracement into it right here. This is the massive drop that I'm talking about, and also we had that rejection. And to ensure that things are visible over here, yeah, we had this retracement, and this retracement is into the premium level. Remember, whenever we want to be selling, want to sell inside a premium, right? We don't want to sell whenever we are in discount below the 50% level. And from the low of this tool, you can see we have the 50% around this level. Market traded into the OTE levels. What we are seeing, we have a sweep of liquidity, which is in terms also the previous week's high, and we did drop lower, forming a daily engulfing bar. We have this bar closing, sweeping the high, but we don't have a super close. And yeah, and these fair value gaps are failing. Currently, they are failing because we are failing to displace above these highs. Whatever we are having is only a sweep of liquidity. So having that in mind, seeing how price did close, and also what I don't like is this rejection after sweeping the previous week's low. But that rejection also, it can give me a given added advantage, because whenever we have swept at the market, then we don't expect something like this. We want to see continuation going higher with this rejection. So whenever I see candles printing bearish like this current candle, it signals to me after sweep of liquidity and with this rejection that we might be bearish. So seeing that, now I need to go into the daily time frame for more confirmation, and also try to look for my context area and try to find reasons as to why maybe I can look for a position. So on the daily, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see we have been consolidating with this range. We had the previous week's high sweep there, then we drop lower. We are forming bearish fair value gaps over here. This is the bullish fair value gap that we are within, which I don't really like the way we are printing over here. But in case we see a candle closing below, then to me I will be expecting impulsive drops, maybe like this towards this low. But currently, from the highest high to this low, we've seen the market also retrace back into the OTE levels, premium, B premium, within this 4-hour fair value gap. We are respecting this 4-hour fair value gap. And how are the candles printing at that moment in time? Rejected. We have this candle, prior candle, where I used it for my entry. What I was seeing is at that moment we were sweeping the prior candle high, and we closed below the opening and the closing price of this prior candle. To me, it's a bearish signal. With this current candle, we have seen the market manipulate higher. Then we have dropped lower, but also rejecting also, which is something that can happen. But this is where I have my stop losses. And now let's see what the 1-hour time frame is telling me. The 4-hour vibes, since we are respecting bearish arrays, we are inside the OTE levels, is that we might be seeing bearish prices. This is where this is the candle that I took my position. We rejected with this candle. We swept the London highs, a major liquidity pool, and then we closed bearish. within this level, we can see we are inside the OTE. We have this 1 hour fair value gaps. The market traded into it. Everything is being respected. So to me, we are in a bearish trend until maybe we see maybe the market starting closing above these bodies. If we see that, then somehow I will be trying to see how I can manage my position. But currently, we are pulling back, still inside the inside drawdown, but everything is aligning for me bearish. What I don't like is we have somehow dropped into this fair value gap. We are sweeping also a major liquidity pool. We are rejecting off it. So we are in a 50-50 zone. But if we break through this level, somehow maybe can I try to look for other positions, or maybe can I try to add into other position as I trail my stops for this. That's what I'll be watching. But for now, in a 50-50 zone, but I'll try to manage my position if in case we see market pulling back and without rejecting. So that's what. But also to find out why the market is pulling back, we have these fair value gaps over here, maybe 15 minutes fair value gap. Maybe the market can use that to push prices either lower or higher. So I want to see what will be happening at that moment in time. But for now, I'm in this sell and holding on to it. So for now, that is it. Until next time, be safe.